I love that. If we double the amount, he will burn down his own house for no real reason. People only donate if it hurts you, Wardy. They don't care about the benefits. They just want to see you struggle. Put this guy back on the streets.
If we raise $20,000, I'll actually just cast from a tent in the garden of what used to be my house.
StarCraft 2 can't be saved without Wardy living back at his parents' house.
Bring back the good old days of my dad just like walking past with food in the background and like eating very loudly.
Exactly. That's what the people
That's
miss.
what the stream is missing.
The original experience.
The OG original experience. That's a long time ago now, man. Holy.
That is a long time ago. Alright.
All
We
right.
actually have a game again, Wardy. Maybe we should talk about it a little bit instead of just making jokes here.
Well,
Just talking about money. I know where your head is. You just
Yeah,
don't really care about
when am I
the
not
cash.
talking about money? You know.
Yeah.
I was saying this yesterday. I was like, what if finally found something new to talk about? It's a crowdfunder. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy, though.
Actually crazy.
All right. ShoWTimE versus Solar. That is the. These are what we call tier 2 players, Wardy. They're not in the top 10 right now. I think Solar's probably rank. What would we say? No, actually, Solar is in the top 10. Isn't he like rank 9? 10? Do you want me to check the illegal log real fast? Solar's 9. ShoWTimE's like 15, I bet, or 13. ShoWTimE is 14. So 9 versus 14. Thoughts on that?
ShoWTimE's 9?
No, what? ShoWTimE is 14.
ShoWTimE's 14.
ShoWTimE
Sorry,
has been in the top 10 in a long time.
Yeah, no, I think it's about fair. ShoWTimE can absolutely challenge anyone in the top 10, but I still feel like he struggles to win.
Can he, anyone? Can he challenge Clem in the top 10?
Yes, he beat Clem 2-0 last time I cast
Yeah,
him.
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
No, so like,
Yeah,
but that's still an oddity, right? Like that's still the less likely outcome.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm very much so a believer of like anytime I go into a series with ShoWTimE, I would never count him out. Like, do I favor Clem versus ShoWTimE? Yes, absolutely. But do I count ShoWTimE out? I don't think so. I'm always believing.
Did you buy the 2K monitors, by the way?
No, I told you I was gonna. I can't afford anything until I get married.
Ah, okay.
I have to pay for things until then.
Right.
It's not easy when like 50% of your income.
This is a production cost, though.
Yeah, but like that's great, but like, I still need to have the money to spend.
A production. I think it's a.
No, like it's fine, and
it's
it's
the Indigo as well. I think it's fair to because it would actually upgrade the experience for a lot of people that will be watching the VODs. If you just get a 2K monitor, then you can stream for the YouTubers in higher quality, and the VODs will be higher quality. Like, this is the most fair production cost ever, and even that you want to pay from your own money.
well, I mean, like it's like a business expense, yes, but like, I also like
Yes, and the crowd wants to fund this. Is what I heard.
the crowd wants to fund it.
Yeah, the crowd wants to fund it.
Like, alright, guys, for the next 1 hour exclusively, all donations go toward a monitor.
Yeah, well, that's completely fair. This 2K quality is a huge upgrade. You don't realize how annoying it is to have to watch in the ugly 1080p if you have a 2K or a 4K.
Well, no,
monitor.
because I don't have a 2K monitor, so I've got no
exactly.
idea.
That's why I said you don't know. You
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, of course I don't
it's
know.
like- yeah, no, yeah. So I only realized recently because certain people kept bugging me about it, and I was like, alright, this is too much. I'm going to have to spend the cashery now.
It's just, I mean,
Shopify refunded me
no,
though, so it's not
no.
really me spending the cash.
the thing is as well though, it's like I wouldn't mind buying one monitor, but like they're all completely different styles to my other monitors. Like, you don't have this problem because you have one monitor somehow still in 2025, and you just haven't moved off
No,
of
I
that.
have multiple monitors. I only use one.
Yeah, so you have one on your desk at one point in time, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So to you, it doesn't matter if you just get a new monitor. If I get a new monitor, it's going to make the other 2 monitors look really out of place, and that really is going to
Why?
bug me.
Who cares? No one sees it except for
No,
you.
it's going to bug me. I have to look at them all day. They're going to be different. So, like, right now, they're like nicely lined up and they look the same.
No one cares. Like, actually, no
I
one cares.
care. It's not
Yeah,
about what
well-
other people think. It's about what I have to look at. It's going to bug
well,
me.
Tough. Sucks and suck, Wardy.
Sucks to suck, yeah.
Yeah, sucks and suck. Yeah, I mean, it really does.
I think I'm very used to knowing.
Alright, enough jokes again. Forge Twilight. I have a... Do you smell that? It smells to me like this is going to be some Oracle opener into Stalkers here.
Oh yeah, I thought you were about to say it. That smells to me like a new monitor's on the way because someone just donated it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did they donate?
Kieran on YouTube with the $50 super chat for the monitor.
Yeah. See, I told you. We'll have one monitor by the end, and if the people crowdfund this, then you can't really not buy the one monitor. You're just gonna have to suck it up.
If people crowdfund it, I'll buy the monitor tonight. Sure, like that's all good.
Yeah. Well, and you're gonna have to use it as well tomorrow.
Well, it won't be here tomorrow. I'm not streaming tomorrow anyway.
No, you are. You have to show off the new monitor.
Just show off the new monitor.
Yeah. Enough. Come on. It's a game going on as well. The people.
I know. I wish you would
happening.
pay more attention to the game. Honestly, this used to be a
Okay,
full
we had-
StarCraft stream, then you joined in.
Yeah. 6 links, 2 drones went down in the first 6 minutes. Fort base, despite, not. I guess there was some pressure with that, but the fort base is pretty late here. It's always frustrating for Zerg when this happens because it feels weird right now to add more drones. Do you really want to add more drones into the mix if you don't have a fort base? The answer is no. ShoWTimE probably wants to be shooting that fort base a little bit, but he's pretty slow at moving across the map. That's frustrating for him. He's bringing the 2 adepts as well, which is also interesting. Usually the adepts stay at home to deal with like ling run buys. That gives the ling something to nibble on while the probes continue mining.
My brain's just not in this game at all. I'm still getting that.
That's fine. I'll continue speaking by myself then.
Thank you.
Storm is on the way as well. ShoWTimE went to the left side to cancel a fort base that wasn't there. Probably should have scouted that before moving out. It's clearing quite a bit of creep, which, is something. Actually misses a tumor here. 1 gate is gonna go down. I can't believe these links don't have a melee upgrade. He just actually nibbled through an entire gateway with 0 links. That is very, very cool. Lurker Dead on the way, Hive on the way, and we're going to need a wave of drones within the next 10-12 seconds. Yeah, there you go. This is what we needed. There you go. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. He completely pushed this back. He has the Hydra base out right now. Then you want the drones. You're gonna go up to 8 gases, and he'll be setting up for a bit of a timing here, a lurker timing. It's going to be a lurker ling Hydra timing.
Lurker, Ling, Hydra. Very dangerous, and when Solo gets up to Lurkers, he's a very dangerous player. He's so good with those units. So we'll see what he can do. The Contaminate comes in too late to stop the Storm, unfortunately, on the Temple Archives. It's a nice idea, just a little bit too late right there. As the rest of the Oracles gather up around the top. We'll just see the +2, the charge, the +1. A bit of everything coming up from ShoWTimE right now, so bringing that all online. Robo Facility 2. And ShoWTimE, I mean, to me, I think the first shove of Solo is going to be scary, but I do feel like ShoWTimE gets so comfortable in games like this. Because he's so good at playing defensively and just holding on to get to that ultimate kind of Protoss army, so I kind of like where this is going for ShoWTimE. A good early game into kind of the game he wants to play,
Yeah, I can feel that. It does feel like 14 Stalkers is an okay number, actually. He's adding in a lot of Stasis Wards as well. We have 6 Lurkers that are morphing already. We have a Fleet Beacon on the way, which I think is the correct call here too. I actually love seeing Observer, despite, even if you have like 3 Oracles, just having Observer feels really nice because you have to pay less attention to it. Second Starport is coming, or Stargate is coming down right now. You have 5 Templar. It's going to try to push back this Lurker army. He's going to snipe 2 Hydras that were morphing. But Solar's still going to get the cash back for that, right? So he can just morph a couple of new ones. Lurker count continues to grow, and there's no real Lurker ender here in the army, right? It's not like there's 12 Immortals. There's no Tempest. There's no Mothership. There's not even a Tempest on the way yet. So if this army can move forward slowly but surely, I think Solar could potentially choke out ShoWTimE here.
Yeah, that's what these Lurkers are going to be good at, like you say. Unless there's a Mortal or something that can step forward and take a couple of shots and actually kill some Lurkers. That just doesn't exist right now. The way to kill these Lurkers is a full commitment, but that's really difficult when these Lurkers are sat on this ramp. So ShoWTimE trying to buy his time. Tempest on the way up and Immortal on the way. They're actually going to dive in a little bit here, try and clear the upper level of Lurkers. Would be nice. The few of the Zealots trying to get their job done. The Lings coming through as well to help. And now there's actually only really Lurkers left, so maybe ShoWTimE can keep on going. The Oracle's activating too, getting free damage on top of everything here, and they will just sit there on top of the Lurkers, force the Unburrow, force them away. ShoWTimE holds on. It wasn't cheap. It cost him quite a bit of money, quite a bit of units to be able to do that, but he does push it back most importantly.
Yeah, this was fairly committed though, out of Solar, right? Yes, he managed to go up to 10 gas behind this, which is exactly what you want to be doing. It's not like we have a Spire behind this. So there's like different ways in which you can play this. You can go slightly higher worker count, see if you can maybe add a Spire, Adrenal Blends already as well. But Solar really committed to this play. Now the Tempests are out and the Templar count is still high enough as well. So I think this push has ended. He's gonna go for a Viper. I am not a huge fan of the Viper because it probably means he wants to continue going for pure Hydra Ling Lurker.
Yeah. Well, we're just going to keep on shoving through a little bit. The Hydra's going to get out that right side. A few of the Zealots going to get chased away. I'm just going to be having a couple of Tempests flying away. The Lurkers and the Hydra's taking some shots. We are going to be seeing this army still stepping on through. There's the Overlord speed and the Hydra lunge coming up from Solar. But he is actually taking a lot of damage here. And a lot of his units going down. The supply of the Zerg coming down to be equal to that of the Protoss is not ideal. And ShoWTimE is going to shove Solar the other direction.
Yeah, it definitely is. There's a decent set of upgrades as well with 2-1 done, +3 on the way. And yeah, more and more Hydras coming in. The thing with the Hydras is that it just falls off. And like once there's enough Storms out. And the Lurker falls off once there's enough Tempest out, right? So we're moving into this situation where like once we get 5 Tempest out, it's not good, all right? It's not good for Solar here. And there's no way to deal with these Tempests. Like, he can try to Viper Abduct, but there's enough feedback. So there's also enough Oracles still, right? We still have some. Yeah, we have 3 Oracles still remaining, which is a huge deal. We have Stasis, Revelation. Theoretically, winning a fight here for Solar is impossible.
So what do you think he has to do?
I mean, he's gonna need to get a Spire at some point, and he probably needs to win a lot of time, see if he can base trade somehow, some way. He's gonna try to run in here, get a couple of Storms out. We have the Viper now coming in, has not been revealed quite yet. If he can pick up like 2 Tempests here, that's a big deal. That's 1, that's 2. Okay, that's a pretty big deal here right now.
Well, I'm just going to see the Hydras actually go lunging forward, an Oracle and a Tempest going down very quickly, so damage being dealt. These Zealots and Archons still coming through, Immortals around the back coming over as well. We are going to be seeing, obviously this is going to be the full commitment from ShoWTimE punching on through this. The last few Hydras try and get away from Solar, and they do manage to lunge out of there, but ShoWTimE gets the cleanup, and again, his army just continues to improve and improve. Solar, like you say, is able to buy a bit of time to get toward that Spire. Corrupt is going to be important against those Tempests, and yeah, pretty much has to just get there and then figure it out from that point on.
Yeah, but no +3, still no Adrenal. And whenever you're playing Hydra Ling Lurker, you know, the word Ling in there does mean that Lings probably need to contribute a little more into the composition. They're really nice to try and deny a 5th base before cannons are up, but if he can't deny this 5th base from going up, I think Solar is going to be forced to play an actual late game, and the Immortal count is going to continue growing. There's a Mothership, there's going to be Tempest out, there's no Overseer with this army, so that's the end of this little push. I mean, it's just not possible, right? The Mothership can actually just invisibility. He can, there's no Okay, Overseer now shows up. There was a point in time there for like 10 seconds where I think ShoWTimE should have stopped this.
Yeah, should have been able to just kind of get in there, like you say, use that Mothership to his advantage. Loses out on that base, he's building up to the top right instead, but definitely giving Solar a lot more room than should have been allowed, and just kind of making this, it felt as though ShoWTimE was kind of in control, and now, maybe not quite so much, as Solar is going to be able to get rid of that base, and now he's going to start swinging to the upper right side, so ShoWTimE has to be in position up over here, but he's just not. He's kind of just sat in the middle of, I mean, I get, like, he's in front of his natural, right, but, like, just keeps on not being where he needs to be against the larger army, and Solar doing a good job of splitting and threatening multiple places.
Yeah, beautiful army split here. Way too much being sent to the left side out of ShoWTimE. Tempest is going to get pulled in. I was not happy with the Viper initially, but that guy paid for himself big time. I think he got 3 abducts on Tempest off already. We are going to get an invisibility as well as a time warp. Maybe ShoWTimE is going to be capable of at least pushing this back for now, but there's still an army in his natural as well, and there's 19 Hydra reinforcements. Solar, some insane movement over here in this game. Is honestly from an almost unwinnable position, I think. Has kind of managed to come back into this game, and now is pushing ShoWTimE perhaps into the lobby screen. Yep.
Just going to be seeing the Hydras getting chased away. Another ship going to come back over that right side. A few Zealots are going to dive forward. A Lurker in some trouble. I'm just going to see the couple of Hydras still trying to get underneath to try and make something happen. Tempest still putting some work in. Shots coming about. And trying to play cleanup. But again, ShoWTimE's army is a lot worse than what it used to be. It used to be such a stronghold in this game. And now, almost feels like drips and drabs, like 3 Tempests, 4 Templar mothership. It's just not as, you know, what it once was size-wise. It is going to be a problem as these Hydras do commit to that upper right side. Are going to kind of get backed into that corner. And ShoWTimE going to find a commitment here and is going to get a good storm to start off with as well. So he might get a clean up here. See how he does as the Lurker's going to show up pretty late, but they just wander in. Not going to burrow at all. Feedback's the Viper as well laid on here. Will kill that off too, so good cleanup from ShoWTimE. This is definitely the kind of fight you're needing to stay in this.
Yeah, Blunder City out of Solar though, losing 4 Lurkers absolutely for free there. It's not quite what you want. These Lings still don't have Adrenal, by the way. There's a Lurker in the natural that's causing quite a bit of a stir there, as there was no observer. Tempest are going to clean that up. The problem without Adrenal Gland is that Zealot Warpins are always going to be good enough, right? You're just not killing stuff quick enough. Like, it just doesn't really die. So yeah, you're going to try to go in here, maybe get a couple of worker kills. ShoWTimE, meanwhile, is trying to push forward. I'm not sure on how much of a timer ShoWTimE is, but his natural is actually being cleared right now. No Zealot Warp in there. He gets the split off of 4 Zealots. 6 extra Zealots in the main base as well. Will eventually clean this up, but natural goes down. We get some depowered gateways, depowered fleet beacon as well, which I don't think is really going to matter much, but still noteworthy.
Yeah, we continue to go across as we just have Corruptors, Lurkers gathering in. A couple of Archons wolfing in from ShoWTimE as well, as he gets a couple more units that are going to really help him out here. Can he really go pushing into the Zerg side of the map? I mean, he's going to give it a go. He's going to start kind of poking down, but yeah, as Lurkers burrow up, I feel like it's going to be very difficult to truly justify an attack in, especially as Corruptors show up to hit these Tempests. We Viper abduct one of the Tempests forward as well, so it's going to make it an easier grab. Viper's out of energy now. ShoWTimE might just feel like he has to go for it anyway, and he is starting to just try and chip through a couple more Lurkers before he has to truly commit, if he's going to commit.
Yeah, I understand that he feels like he needs to do something, and I don't mind him staying on the edge of creep, but he can't afford to lose units. Like, he could potentially go to like 180, 190 supply, staying on the edge of creep, poking with Tempest. Committing into positions right now with this army feels very scary. The Corruptor count is looking healthy as well at 11. Ooh, couple of Corruptors though being split up, taking a lot of damage. 2 of them dying as well. More of them are on the way, as well as 6 more Lurkers. ShoWTimE is just maneuvering around the map, clearing creep everywhere he goes. There's no secondary army for Solar on the map. It's really difficult once you get a decent Corruptor count to have like a Hydra Lurker run by still going on, but it can feel very powerful to still have that on the map, you know? It's not like all of ShoWTimE's bases are so well defended.
Well, Queen's going to be getting hit as the transfusions will keep them alive, though. Solar wanting to maybe think about diving in again with those Corruptors. Just got to be careful as long as those Archons are underneath. If the Lurkers aren't close enough, then those Archons can absolutely get a lot done. We're going to be seeing these Zards running in here, and the one single Lurker defensively is nice. We, again, think about committing into ShoWTimE, but he backs away after dropping the Time Warp. I'm just going to leave the Zards to pick off this base on that right side, still threatening around that bottom left. That's where the majority of the action will be as this base falls. Solar will need something to go and deal with those Zards at some point, because otherwise they will just continue through to another base, though. So think about that as we do get the mothership, though, and that's obviously a big loss for ShoWTimE up in the skies.
A massive loss for ShoWTimE up in the sky. There's still 5 Tempest out, but the Corruptor count is good enough. I think that if Lurkers get on top of this army without all dying, maybe Solar can go for a push here. If he can force ShoWTimE to defend an objective, I think a straight-up engagement is going to be quite okay here for Solar. Snipes 1 Tempest, going to get a second Tempest. Tempest number 3 on the way out as well. Hydra's pushing in forward, taking out a couple of these Archons. This felt like a good exchange here for Solar.
It did feel like a good exchange for Solar, as he's going to get to come right up this left-hand side, knock this base down again. The base he's denied a couple times now in this game, so Lurkers and Hydras will move up, and now he's going to be in position on this natural as well, which is a problem because it gives access to the main, and all the production ShoWTimE will sit there. ShoWTimE, what are we going to do? He's going to counterattack across the map, but I mean, if you're base trading from this much of a deficit, it feels very bad, no?
Yeah, I'm not loving it. I'm absolutely not loving it. We get a small split off of Lurker Hydra over here. I wonder if you just want to give up your Corruptors right now, because you can then replace them with better units, perhaps. Lurkers are going to move in a defensive position. I'm not sure if this is enough Lurkers. Definitely not if you play them like this. 5 Lurkers being positioned in the far back. Blinding Cloud putting in a lot of work. A lot of the army supply for Solar is in these Corruptors. I think Solar needs to just get rid of these guys. Yeah. Clear the 2 Tempests that are remaining. try to shoot as many of these orbs as you can. I don't think he should be going in with his entire army here, because this isn't his entire army.
Yeah, he's fighting with half of what he's got, and so ShoWTimE's going to be able to kind of run straight through that, and that's going to be a lot lost for Solar. By the stage of this game where there's not a lot of money available, right? Like, banks have been spent, so as you start losing bases and mining, you're kind of going to begin to be stuck with just what you've already got. Now, Solar had a lot of Hydras on the way, but as they morph in and spawn out, they are just going to get picked off one by one as well. The Lurker Den will go down, so that's it. 4 Lurkers on the way up. Those will be the last ones probably in this game right now, based on how it's going. As we do have the Oracle and the Stargate going down. ShoWTimE obviously is going to be now without any detection, so you can't actually fight Lurkers anymore.
Yeah. And we still have a decent army on the other side of the map. We have 2 Lurkers defensively now for Solar. I wonder if ShoWTimE is going to play patiently and just throw down... Okay, he's getting a Cyber Core. He wants to get a Robo. I think this is the correct play, because his army is actually really freaking strong right now. He has 1 Templar remaining, could get 2 Storms. There are 8 Lurkers, but if the Lurkers don't actually join up together, it could potentially be fine. I love that Solar's using these Corruptors, by the way, to probably go and clear either a Nexus or maybe see if he can take some tech out. It's not going to be capable of doing either, but I like the attempt either way. Solar's mining from the left side. Currently, by the way, is being outmined by his opponent. It was about 1600 minerals to 1600. Now actually Solar getting slightly more. 3 Archons, what is this, like 22 Zealots? 30 Zealots. An Immortal and 1 Templar.
Yep. It's very reliant. We actually see the Lurker tank coming back up from Solar. Right now, I think more Lurk is obviously just going to help so much, because actually having that splash against those Zealots is really going to make your day much easier. We're going to see Solar pulling back. He's in no rush either, because he's still mining, right? So he doesn't necessarily need to go and deny the final bases of ShoWTimE out on the map just yet. He can kind of wait about a little bit too, and that gives ShoWTimE a little bit of time. But like I said, I don't think time is only benefiting ShoWTimE at this point.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either. Like, the problem even if he gets like 2 observers out, there's enough corruptors that's going to be a problem. The Oracle's going to have a tough time too. Lurker Den is back, which means that, I mean, the Lurker count is going to continue growing. I think ShoWTimE might have just lost this game.
Yeah, I think it's too far gone. Very close though, man. He really
yeah.
I mean, a great game, because it really felt like ShoWTimE was getting a really good start and a good mid game, and Solar did a lot of good, fighting and positioning. And ShoWTimE really brought it back from what felt like he was kind of losing control. We're going to have to see a fight right here as ShoWTimE needs a moment or two to... Well, he's got the Revelation down, but it's just a lot of Lurkers. I mean, unfortunately, he doesn't really have the luxury of picking and choosing, right? He's got to go and defend. I mean, I guess you just let that base die, but then you have nothing elsewhere, so... Yeah. I mean, I think he knows it's not a good idea to fight it, but then, like I say, what else can he really do?
Yeah, the Oracle died, by the way, so he doesn't even have vision right now. This Observer is the only thing that will provide vision, and there's enough Corruptors to snipe that bad boy. The Hydras will take care of it first, and GG gets called. What a sick game number 1 in this. Okay. No one asked, bro. Maybe we should set up an Indiegogo for your predictions. See if anyone wants to donate for that. I don't think so.
I'm having a hard time getting them to donate for what I do well, man. Never mind anything else.
Yeah. Stick to your craft. No. I'm actually gonna take a quick snack. Can you take care of the people?
I can take care of the people. Alright, on the left-hand side, Red Bros player is ShoWTimE in the top right. Our Blue Zerg is Solar, as we get Gate assimilated, and a hatchery on the way for game number 2 of this best of 3. As I mentioned before, pretty important matchup, because if Solar wins this, he's got a very good chance of just advancing through the group already. Whereas, obviously, if ShoWTimE wins this, it's going to set him off in a great place. He's got all of his matches to play after this as well, so yeah. Kind of low-key cheering on Solar a little bit, because I really do want a Zerg in the playoffs, but it's always fun to see ShoWTimE, and it's not like we're overloaded with Protoss in the playoffs either, so good run from ShoWTimE. Enjoyable as well. Of course, he's still got some Max Packs games to come as well. It's a fun day here in Group D of the WardiTV May. Spawning Pool is down, and with the Nexus starting from ShoWTimE back at home, he's obviously just going to keep poking around and nibbling with this probe for the early stages. That will be his early game. Just poking, prodding, and obviously getting set up for the next 2 minutes or so. As that Cyber Core comes in, we can confirm if he's going to be going into that Stargate as we expect him to, and see if there are any twists and turns out of ShoWTimE, who It's probably one of the players who really does like to just stick by his build as well. Really does like to just kind of go into, you know, if he finds something that works, like if he likes the 2 Oracle opener or so, he will just do that again and again and again. He mixes it up sometimes, but again, if he is one of those players who, if he finds a good tendency, tends to stick by it. So we'll see if he wants to mix it up. Obviously, the early game last time was pretty spot on for him. Got a few drones, got a few lings, didn't lose anything in the process. That was not the issue for him. The issue was once Solo got those lurkers out and started pushing forward, and then just started taking control of the bases, and ShoWTimE struggling to kind of meet those lurkers in front of the bases and having a good answer to those on time. So if there's any adjustment necessary, that's probably what we're asking for from ShoWTimE, an adjustment in that kind of way, rather than anything else. Probe gets forced home, and the Adept will take its place out onto the map. So we'll follow this across the map instead, and see if there's any chance for some early grabs. Although, just a single Adept shouldn't be too threatening. There's the Shade, which will attempt to see if there's an opportunity. We'll see the Queen as he goes past there, and he is going to cancel that Shade and just bring that back a little bit. So no commitment just yet, as the Stargate will be done in a moment. The only thing you could really mix up now is going Void Ray first instead of the Oracle straight away. A way to kind of deny some scouting and also give you just a little bit of a different way of setting up. Sometimes ShoWTimE goes Void Ray into that Glaives after as well, something a lot of people do, but ShoWTimE has not been against doing it in the past. Hello?
Yeah. Oh. Link's gonna survive in the main base. That's epic.
2 drones. We get multiple lings. Drones are pulled off the mineral line throughout this, so not bad, not bad. I thought he was going to get a little bit more with those 2 Adepts still at the very end, but the lings do get them caught up well enough to make that not happen.
I think ShoWTimE is okay with how this went, right?
Yeah, I think so. Couple drones. It took a little while for Solo to clean it up as well, right? So that mining time loss is kind of extended more so than you might expect. The Oracle, a little slow to activate there, but we'll activate in time to save the Nexus.
Yeah, he was baiting. He was pretending to activate it, and he forced the links back a couple of times, so that was nice. But end of the day, does need to activate. Lose a little bit of energy, not the end of the world. It's gonna go triple Oracle here. See what the follow-up's gonna be. Most likely Blink. Out of triple Oracle, seeing someone go Glaives is like, oof. I can't remember the last time I've seen that, to be honest. It's very, very rare.
That seems kind of wild.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Oracle's gonna pop out. We have a second gateway on the way already for ShoWTimE. No tech quite yet. There's 3 queens in between the ways. Gonna go 6 queen here. Very old school. 5 queen is the new school, 6 queen is the old school. You sometimes do it if you play against like glaive openers, but against this, it is rare because it just destroys your eco a little bit more now that the queens are more expensive. Doublet's gonna shade in towards the natural. There are links that are close enough. I think you should have hidden those links.
Yeah.
I mean, it is scary because, you know, you hide them too long, you lose 5 works. Like, it's not the greatest thing you could have done, but I sometimes feel like we don't hide the links enough as the Zergs. 2 Adepts also going to enter from the other side over here. So we have 2 Adepts on the right, 2 Adepts on the left, as the triple Oracle is going to fly by into the 3rd base over here. See what you got, little buddy. Okay, it's going to snipe 1 drone, 2 drones, full drone away from this mineral line as well. 3 drones for 2 Adepts, and it's playable, I guess. At the same time, triple Oracle is going to take out 3 drones as well. Queen needs to be careful in not chasing too far away from the spore, because you can always just lose a queen like that, and that is expensive.
Yep. Yeah, nice bit of harassment. ShoWTimE is really one of those players who feels like he always gets so much done in the early game as well. Like, just able to really find those entries with the Oracles, able to kind of reach kind of a good amount of drones killed, really disrupting the Zerg just from those early stages. Helped him to kind of more comfortably move that through into that mid game, which, again, he kind of loves to set up into.
Yeah. Absolutely. Get to cancel here on the 4th base as well, which is actually a pretty decent deal. This is a big deal, one could even call it. Better than decent. ShoWTimE building a cannon and a battery. This is something a lot of tosses have been doing as of late. Is before they do the move out with the Stalkers, is they just want to have a cannon at that 3rd. Too many times did the +1 ling run past them and clear their entire mineral line. They're done with it. So a lot of them, they do this. A 2nd cannon even comes down right now. ShoWTimE's going to move over towards the left side. Blink is about to finish up. +1's about to finish up. And Storm is on the way. 2nd Forge coming in too. The Link count right now is at 8. The Hydra count is at 3 with 7 more on the way. 4 queens with quite some transfuses available, so I do believe this can be pushed back, or at least held off until more Hydras show up.
The Stalker's still trying to hit. A couple queens taking damage. A couple of Lings going to get caught in a stasis as well. The Ling Hydra still stepping across for the moment as the +2 attack and the Storm coming online. So we do just have ShoWTimE poking, prodding, obviously just trying to put a bit of attention on the map. But the reality is his real strength is going to be in the upgrades coming in back at home, especially that Storm. Going to carry him through pretty heavily in the next stages of the game, especially against someone who's getting Hydras involved. There are Roaches as well. Those are a little bit more resilient against the Storm, but if you hit the Storms on the Hydras especially, you take those big DPSs out of the fight quickly.
Yeah, most likely going to be just a pure Roach Hydra all in here, by the way. So the moment you want to go into Lurkers, you generally don't want to build any Roaches, because they delay your hive, they delay your, you know, they remove Lurkers basically from your composition. Every 4 Roaches you make is like minus a Lurker. So the more Roaches we see, the more likely this is going to be an all-in. And another big tell is the fact that he's shooting down these rocks and morphing Ravagers. But yeah, 67 drone, Roach, Ravager, Hydra. See how this is going to fare against... Oh my god, this is a crazy setup now. He has like 4 stasis, 4 cannons, a battery, and infinite storms.
I mean, this feels extremely difficult to attack on into. This feels like you're playing into ShoWTimE's strength, which is asking him to defend things in this kind of middle stage of the game, starting to kind of get upset up. And once he has the Storm especially, let's see how he does, because he will have to split up a little bit. The High Templars walk extremely far forward to get those first Storms off. I was terrified for them. We do have a split around the bottom side. I don't think so ShoWTimE needs to save that 4th base right now, especially if he's going to get rid of the entire top portion of this army super convincingly, which he does, and he does have energy still on these High Templar as well. Just needs to stop himself from getting surrounded now with units coming from the bottom right. Swords are going to help with that idea. There's a group of units getting caught there already, and it does start to seem as though ShoWTimE steps towards a bit of a defense right now.
Yeah, I mean, Stalkers are so good against Roaches, right?
Yep.
And there's not, like, the Hydras are just gonna get dispersed by the Storms every single time. States on the bottom side is helping out. Good Storm here on top of the Roaches, denying a bit of damage. Got a blink in forward on top of this as well. Templar need to be careful. Don't want a repeat of what happened earlier, but the stasis is gonna help out. Keep those Templar alive. We get a blink back, 150 supply to 132. And being up 2 upgrades right now with 2-1 versus +1, I do believe that ShoWTimE has found a very stable position in this game.
And now you can just chase down this bit of Roach Hydra Ravager as well, so that's going to be even more value for him. As charge finishes too, you can probably just even commit across the map at this stage of ShoWTimE, and potentially, I mean, he doesn't need to, I guess, because Solar is continuing to make just units, so perhaps that is just unnecessary. Blinks forward to help protect the High Templar and guarantee the kill on these units that were stormed already. Yeah, I mean, at this point, ShoWTimE just needs to keep on defending, because all Solar is doing is building units. It's so tempting to walk across the map, because it feels like Solar's kind of in retreat. It feels like he's weak. It's just not getting baited into that. He is adding an Immortal on too, so something even better against those Roaches as well, just in case he wasn't already set up well enough. That's going to work wonders, because there is just more of the same coming from Solar. Like we say, no drones on the production tab. He's just going to go for a second round of an attack that will be very difficult to make work after the lack of success in the first.
Oh, maybe if all Templars get killed here for no reason. No, they're gonna retreat in time. Storm needs to be used though for zoning. Second Storm for zoning as well, but it's actually going to cost Solar a couple of Roaches here and a bunch of HP on some of the remaining ones. At the same time, Solar once again wants to cancel a 4th base, but this is completely unimportant. Solar knows it. ShoWTimE probably knows it as well, but he can defend most likely because he just has enough stuff. Stasis Ward in the natural, stop the run by into the natural. 192 supply to 157. Templar count is still big enough as well. Like, this 4th base, you don't have to defend it. You don't have to attack into this concave here, ShoWTimE. Is it like, we don't actually care about this all. You're gonna be up upgrades. Once you max out, this game is guaranteed to be over.
Yep, just the longer you wait, the better off it's gonna be for you, so just sit tight and hold out. The Stalker's bringing forward maybe a little bit unnecessarily on top of those units, and invites the units that were a bit further out to actually get involved as well, so not ideal there. Let's just have, again, 60 more Roaches producing through. An Immortal, +2 armor. A few more Zealots coming in as well. We continue to build that up just for the moment as the other units gather about. Stalkers and the Immortal going to come back over from the right side, and Solar is still not really breaking through in any big way. It's not getting any better for him. ShoWTimE's going to extend the upgrade lead soon with the +2 armor coming into play. Hey, interesting to go +2 armor over +3 attack, no? Or is it specifically good against something here?
Oh, I have no clue. I don't think this is specifically good against anything. I think usually attack upgrades are better. but maybe there's some special reason I'm not familiar with. As this is, I mean, it's mainly a roach composition, so definitely really better to get attack. As storms are going to be good enough here. I mean, you have 170 supply of Stalker Immortal Storm. Like, these fights are going to be really difficult to not be efficient. We already have a 4K deficit for Solar. Solar is trying to take a gold base here. He's gonna be taking a 7th gas as well, so maybe eventually tries to transition out of it. Like, if he can deny a 4th base forever, then maybe it becomes important, but at the moment ShoWTimE maxes out there, like even now already, like he has such a powerful force. I'm shocked at how well Solar is doing in these trades, despite losing them.
Yeah, I thought he was going to die a good while ago, to be honest, right? Like, yeah. It really felt as though that this was kind of just going to be him kind of attacking through one more time, was just kind of going to fall apart, which it is. It's just happening a lot more slowly than I expected. It was not as one-sided, but yeah, it's just a testament to his ability to split up and kind of threaten on multiple sides and force ShoWTimE to split his army as well. He's giving Solar some better opportunities, which at the end of the day are still just not going to be good enough.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it, he's down 3 upgrades, he's down in tech, he has a worse army. Like, it just sucks for him. And that's just, it's going to continue sucking. And the moment a 4th base is set up, you're mining 8 gas as a Protoss player. Like, you can do whatever you like. You can throw down a fleet beacon, you can add 10 more cannons at each base, a Templar per base, and you can just aim move across the map. The only danger that you're even considering at this moment is going to be a base trade. So you need to make sure that you don't move out and you lose your 3rd base, and then you go back home to defend, and then the other guy runs away, then you move out and you lose your 4th base. Like, that is a sequence that could happen and has happened before. So ShoWTimE is playing this kind of careful, lots of stasis at these extra bases. He's now going to blink on forward on one of the side armies. His missile attacks level 2 is about to finish up, but that still means that Solar is down 2 upgrades, because there's also 2 armor upgrades here for ShoWTimE. And ShoWTimE is up 20 supply. I mean, this is impossible to win for Solar.
Yep. It's been impossible for a while, really, without ShoWTimE making major mistakes. And now it's just impossible, even if ShoWTimE makes some major mistakes. This army will have a very difficult time not just accidentally killing the Zerg as long as they are fighting. So, yeah, this up and running. As we have in the top right corner of the map, our red Protoss player, we are going to be seeing ShoWTimE.
At bottom left, we see Solar.
Beautiful. You happy that
ShoWTimE is going to get a hatch block off, by the way.
That's nice.
Yeah, what if you're ShoWTimE? Yes. If you're Solar, I mean, it's a little
Solar,
frustrating.
No. Yeah. It's funny, that always good for the pros, not for the Zerg. He's going to try and come back
Solar.
and expand.
What's he doing, Wardy? I hate this so much.
Yeah. He's just delaying it and delaying it and delaying it and just like, and now it's like, it's so late to the point, like, is it even good for you? Like, the 19 hatch? You don't really have 19 hatches, do you?
It's not a common build order, no. I don't know if it's better or worse. My gut tells me that this is worse, but maybe it's more comfortable. And sometimes just being more comfortable is good enough, you know?
It's true. I would understand
Like,
it
fair
more
play to
against...
him.
I'd understand it more against someone who really tries to get more done with the Adepts and so on, though, but... Yeah, I guess ShoWTimE is still good with the Adepts, just I don't feel like he's less reliant about making you kind of run around between bases and stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, if you're doing this against Hero, I'd say,
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
ShoWTimE has been performing quite well, though, with the Adepts. You know,
yeah, it's not like he
he's
gets
been
nothing done,
doing
but... I don't know. I feel like some of the guys would like, see the hatches out of position, and it's like the chances that they really commit to try and do damage is, like, up there. ShoWTime's just kind of like, okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Let's see what Bossman's up to here, Mr. ShoWTimE. I'm expecting a very similar opener once again, and I wonder if Solar has a different play here this time. So he did one all-in, he lost. He played one macro game and he won. The logic dictates that we should play another macro game then, Wardy.
That's what you would suggest, but then you could argue that macro game initially, well, maybe there's even more points in your board because the macro game didn't initially look good, and then it still kind of went bad even after it was good for you, so...
Yeah.
Maybe there's some scary factors there as the Stargate comes up and online from ShoWTimE initially, so that's going to be about halfway done. Hope getting the Adept coming up. And yeah, still expecting just the Oracles. Like, yeah, I'm with you. I think ShoWTimE, when he finds something that's working for him in a series, really is just very happy to stick by it and just kind of play it on repeat, really.
Yeah. Hey, what are your thoughts on canned fruits?
Canned fruit or food or fruits?
Fruit. Like peaches,
Yeah,
pineapple.
I mean, I don't really eat canned fruit, but like, I have nothing against it. I like canned pineapple when I get it. I just wouldn't get it very often, you know.
Yeah, I've been getting into the canned peach as of late, really. I think canned peach, yeah, it's freaking delicious. Because they always get the big, round orange peaches, you know? Like, they're huge. They're so much bigger than the peaches I can buy in the shop.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. And they've been consistent for like 20 years. When I was a kid, the canned peach looks the same, you know?
Yeah, it's never changing.
Yeah, it's never changing. I mean, and why would you? Because it freaking works. And I kind of forgot about, you know, that they existed. And I watched a TV show where it's like a zombie apocalypse. And one of the characters has like some canned peaches that he eats. You know, it calms him down. I was like, oh, canned peaches. It's like last year. And now every single week I go to the shop, I buy like 1 or 2, you know, cans of peaches. And I'm not saying it's life-changing, but it's been nice to be remembered of this type of stuff, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, nothing against it. Just, I mean, I don't really like peaches. But I like kind of canned, yeah, I like canned pineapple though. So. Yeah,
I don't mind that either. I don't mind that either at all.
I actually think it's more consistent than buying the pineapple.
Really? No way. Like fresh pineapple. I think the quality of the fresh pineapple I get is very good.
Hey, we live in the UK. We get all the shit.
Pineapple is as well.
It's a UK problem. It's a UK problem.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Brexit means Brexit. No more pineapples for you. Good quality.
They're trying to throw these things down in London or something, mate. Like.
Yeah. This, by the way, is interesting out of ShoWTimE. He opening up with glaive adapts. I do believe that Solar is one of the consistently solid type of players. Well, he'll throw down that like 430 Roach Warren almost every single time, right? Also, ShoWTimE, I think Solar might actually be wanting to go for some type of all-in off of this. I'm not sure if that was intended already or if this is a response to seeing the Adept. This is hitting like an absolute truck. Single Oracle, 12 Adept coming in, 525. There's no wall quite yet. That is a blunder out of Solar. He should have been preparing with a wall in my mind. A couple of roaches being pulled in here. How many more roaches are on the way? I'm not sure if there's enough in the main here, Wardy.
Yeah, we're going to shade up, and all these drones are still here as well, so free reign for these Adepts. The drones are just going to pull away. ShoWTimE will settle for dealing some kind of mining time loss damage by forcing those drones off the line, and, well, just going to keep on moving around with these Adepts, trying to find as much as he can. Finding an okay fight against those roaches as well. Blink on the way to follow this up as well, of course, as here the Adepts get caught a little bit out of position, so they're not going to be able to threaten the shade with as many of these Adepts as he was doing so before.
Yeah, 5 drones end up falling. I think the bigger deal here is that Solar is pretty much all in at this point, right? Solar cannot really transition out of a 40 drone setup against 57 workers of his opponent. We already have 2 warp-in cycles for ShoWTimE on Stalker, so that means he's going to have 8 Stalkers out. He probably should be adding in Oracles as well, if I'm being real honest. If you can go up to like 2, 3, 4 Oracles with the energy recharge, eventually you can just clear all the Queens and then the Ravagers. That is not what's happening. He's producing with all of his buildings except for the Stargate. And that might be a very, very expensive mistake here. Blink not quite done, but it will be done soon. Roaches are still without speed. Blinks are gonna try to come in here. Stasis Ward on the right is gonna catch a lot of these units, Wardy.
Massive time buyer for ShoWTimE. He's just kiting away, still trying to get additional batteries up, running with those Stalkers. He is so close to having Blink, which obviously increases the value of those Stalkers so heavily. The one Oracle that's left has used its energy already. That Stasis really is doing some amazing work for ShoWTimE. As these units get free, there's going to be a lot more potential from Solar, but ShoWTimE then will at least have Blink to try and make this defense happen. He's getting more Stalkers warped in. He needs as many as possible, hopefully non-stop Stalker production. But man, these Lings are going to be an issue as well, right? As they start to get in, surround a little bit. Stalkers trying to fight in the mineral line, and our probes are starting to fall as they are also trying to join the fight to protect these Stalkers. Is it enough? It's extremely close, but I think ShoWTimE is just losing too many to get a real defense going.
Yeah, he does have 7 gateways right now, and if he manages to keep this base alive, maybe he has a chance. He's down 40 army supply, though. That is an issue. Single Oracle here is going to clear all of this, as that energy recharge is putting in some serious work. BioConnect ShoWTimE, what a way to go down over here, because this was extremely close. And even now, like, the third base has fallen. Do we have it? No, we have no attack upgrade. If there was an attack upgrade here for the Stalkers, I'd say maybe, but without it, it's going to be really tough. Solar's going to continue pushing in over here. He believes he has the right to kill his opponent right now. I am not so sure if he does have that right. I would be very careful, because roaches into a wall plus Stalkers behind it, that is a scary prospect.
ShoWTimE just going to GG. He's feeling as though he's taking a bit too much damage to recover from, so he will tap out and give Soul the 2-1 victory in this battle.